Hello Gemini, welcome to the Power of Three and your general monthly reading for May 2024. It's your What You Need to Know reading this month. So obviously, as always, I'm going to let you know the decks that we're using as we go, but I have words from Jesus here for you. And actually today, this is being taped on Mother's Day, so if it applies, Happy Mother's Day, Gemini. So we're going to begin now with your words from Jesus. Learn to relate to others through my love rather than yours. Your human love is ever so limited, full of flaws and manipulation. My loving presence, which always enfolds you, is available to bless others as well as you. Instead of trying harder to help people through your own paltry supplies, become aware of my unlimited supply, which is accessible to you continually. Let my love envelop your outrage to other people. Many of my precious children have fallen prey to burnout. A better description of their condition might be drain out. Countless interactions with needy people have drained them without their conscious awareness. You are among these weary ones who are like wounded soldiers needing R&R. Take time to rest in the love light of my presence. I will gradually restore you the energy that you have lost over the years. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will find rest for your souls. Virgo. Now, I just called you Virgo, Gemini. Why did I do that? Sorry, maybe your mother is a Virgo. I don't know. That's weird, right? Mine is. So, but yeah, Gemini, this is your What You Need to Know reading. So let's see what Jesus has to say to begin this for you, for their highest good. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself. So don't worry about tomorrow. Just live in the here and now. And don't worry about tomorrow. And you know, a lot of people are aware of this, but if you're not, at night, if you want to know what tomorrow is going to be like, if the sky's beautiful and pink at night, then the next day is going to be nice. If you see that beautiful sky in the morning, then it's not going to be nice. And yes, there's a saying, and that's how sailors kind of figure out what the next day is going to be like, so they can take warning. So that's maybe significant to somebody here, Gemini. Now we're using the wisdom of the Oracle for your overall energy and your What You Need to Know reading. For their highest good, please. Oh, time to go. Time to go. So, got a bit of a color match there too, kind of, sort of. Or there's a kind of, I don't know, it looks like it to me. It isn't exactly a color match, but for some reason I think it's because there's a horizon line. That's what it is that's making me think it's a match. This is the metaphorical cannabis tarot oracle for the supporting energy. So let's see what this has to say for the sign of Gemini. Urzuli, pay attention. Pay attention. Here, if I feel like it's relevant to pay attention to the, the young ones, because they get into mischief really quick. Time to go. Some of you, this is just a really down-to-earth kind of thing to say, but some of you might experience having a problem getting the kids to leave if it's time to go home from somewhere where they're having a good time, or getting them to go somewhere with you. when it's time to leave and getting going on time. So worrying about tomorrow, it's probably to do with the kids as well, or worrying about something significant that's going to go on in the near distant future, Gemini, and worrying about the kids possibly causing delay to something that there can be none. So that may be relevant to somebody. This is the Housewife Tarot for the main spread. A very gossipy deck. So let's see what comes out for the sign of Gemini for their highest good. And what do they need to know for May 2024? High Priestess. Well, for one thing, your intuition is here. Your higher self. I get a sense of patience there with that, and especially in light to what I just said there in the overall energy. Let's just keep going for Gemini. Six of Swords. This is Casey. It's like I kind of hear the strategy is, well, bye. I have to go now, so I guess I'm just going to leave you here. We'll see you later. You know, hoping that maybe it's the child's higher self saying, well, I guess they mean business. I better listen and go with them. One more, please, for Gemini. This just might be coming out because maybe it's a daily problem for you. Maybe this, child gives you a hard time. The Emperor. Yeah, they try to be the boss. I feel like this is a, who's the boss here kind of thing, Four of Swords, definitely, especially on Mother's Day, I feel like this is what you need right now, just to kind of have a nice me day where, nobody else is around and you can do all the things for your personal self as a reward for putting up with a young child that thinks that they are the boss. So to clarify this, what you need to know reading, we are using for you, Gemini, the Mystic Moments Tarot. I can kind of see why now. For the sign of Gemini, for their highest good, please. Can you clarify, please, for Gemini, why the High Priestess is here? King of Cups. It's hard to do the right thing and when you love and care about somebody so much, but you have to take a stern approach. Tough love. You have to narrow that window down, excuse me, of not being able to do whatever you want to do. Understanding that you are not the emperor. You do not run the show. You see how the ship is passing through that narrow space, which the rock is her dress. But the ship needs to pass through there. It can go nowhere else. Six of Swords, please, for the sign of Gemini. Six of Wands, clarifying the Six of Swords. It's a victory card. So it'll probably work, is what this is saying. Your strategy will work. You see how... I'm going to get this up there. So remember how I just said the Six of Swords is like, I'm going to just say, I'm leaving. I'm going. It's time to go. You're ignoring me. You're not listening. So I'm just going to leave. in this victory card, she is sitting on top of the hummingbird's back and holding the flower with the nectar in it. So essentially, it's like leading the mule by with the carrot, getting it to move because it wants the carrot, but it can't quite reach it, but it keeps moving forward. So it's like a strategy to get this little emperor to do as you have asked him to do, him or her. Take it out applies. One more here for Gemini. The Fool card. Yeah. Under the Emperor, who thinks they're the boss, but they are not. They are not. They are the Fool. They are at 0. They are the youngin'. They are the one that needs to, listen and obey to you, this parent. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Like I said, whenever you've got to go somewhere, get them to leave to go home, or get them to leave the house so you can get where you need to go on time. This is an issue every single time. That's why it's coming out in the reading. It's not just a bad day. It's all the time, because this child thinks that they are the boss. So if they don't want to, they don't have to. Now this is the power of 3 to extra clarify this. And obviously what you need to know is, in dealing with this young energy here that you're trying to raise right and get them to understand that they need to listen, is getting them to do what you want them to do, in a, I guess, responsible way. Not worrying about tomorrow, right? Don't worry about tomorrow. Just deal with each. So what that means too is that what he's saying is he's with you always. So don't worry about tomorrow. Just deal with each scenario as it comes in this, because obviously it's probably a lot, because if this is a young child, they have to go with you everywhere you go. So if you've got plans, you've got to go to the grocery store, if you've got to go visit somebody, if you've got to, whatever it is, there's the leaving and then getting back, possibly the ride in between. Pay attention also as you're supporting energy. Divine masculine, yeah. It's a male child that thinks that they are the emperor. They think they're the boss. But pay attention here, because it happens so much. You need to work. You need to follow through. Follow through with your whatever you say is going to be taken, or whatever changes are going to be adjusted due to, not listening, not following the instructions of mom or dad. You need to follow through with that. You need to pay attention to this every single time they try to pull this, until they understand that they are not the emperor. King of Cups under the High Priestess, please. No chance. See what I mean? You got to follow through. So when they say, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, it's hard not to give in and give them another chance. Don't, because they prey on that. They already think they're the boss. They need to know that they are not. So if you threaten to take something away, or possibly, whatever your rules are, however you deal with that, you need to follow through with it. 6 of Wands under the 6 of Swords. So for instance, what they're saying is, if you tell this child that you're leaving somewhere that they don't want to leave, it's time to go home, and you say, okay, I'm going. You actually need to go get in the car and leave. So when they look out front, your car's gone. Go drive around for 5 minutes or whatever, and then maybe keep in touch with whoever's there at their house, and then come back when you know it's made its point. 6 of Wands under the 6 of Swords, please. Signs you need to change something. You need to start, saying, like I say, if you say you're leaving and they still don't listen, go. Follow through with these things. The behavior is probably getting worse. Maybe other people have noticed it. It's a sign that you need to change something, and that's probably, the fact that you don't always follow through with punishments or the threat of them. The Fool under the Emperor, please. Is this love or lust? So what I get from this is, obviously with your child, you have moments where it's like, it's hard being a parent. I'll just leave it there. But that part there. But is it love or lust? This isn't about you. This is, how when a child, when you say, okay, that's it, you have to go to your room or whatever, or you have to clean your room, whatever it is, and then they start lashing out and they say, you don't love me. Right? That's what I'm getting off of this time. They start saying verbal things that you don't love them and you're mean and this and that and the other thing. Okay? So just let that go in one ear and out the other, because that's a way to that's one of their management tools to get you to break, to get you to give in, to not make them do what they don't want to do. Don't. Now, this is the messages from the guides. And I think you understand at this point what it is you need to know if you're resonating with this. Obviously, it's general. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Messages from the guides for Gemini to take away from this reading and close it out safely. Thank you so much. For their highest good, please. Let go of ego. So the reason that this is coming out is because they just want you to, not get angry. Out with this kid, basically. Out with this little emperor, and just show them by following through with whatever you say you're going to do. Follow through with it. And let them know you mean business. I'm going to leave it there, Gemini, and I hope that this has served you in the way it was intended. And I hope that you will help out this channel if you do enjoy it at all, because once again, as usual, struggling with the views being taken away, subscribers, one new one day, and then it's back down the next day. So if you're not subscribed and you would like to, go ahead. It's free. Liking the video is free. Commenting is free. And I certainly do appreciate it. And I am thinking that maybe if you do hit the like button, it might stop YouTube from taking views off the video. So again, thank you. And, take care until I see you again. Bye for now, Gemini.